All right, welcome back to my Wazza EDR home project. We're going to jump into our next asset, which is this Windows Server 2016. So let's just dive right in. Looks like most of our logs have to do with logins. So immediately I kind of I want to see what usernames, because I think it's important to have some context. Okay, so we have Johndoeadministrator, normal. Nothing to be too suspect about for our environment. This is funny. Fake user. I'm quite sure we do not have a user named fake user, so that's odd. And it's a logon failure, obviously, so that's weird. Maybe someone fat fingered something. Maybe someone was playing around. Maybe when I see things like that, I almost think to myself like a script or a word list, because I know word lists tend to have some funny things like that. And of course, we're getting some of that, you know, all these different minor things, privilege escalation, persistence, things like that. But it doesn't look like it was successful. I don't know. I could chalk it up to being a mistake or something funny. What is odd to me, the user isn't odd, but the timing context is odd to me. Yeah, we have this fake user kind of attempt. So this didn't work, whatever that was. But then right after, we have a legitimate user, administrator user, logging on with success and logging quickly off. I mean, this isn't too suspect until you put together the timing, right? So this person logged on and logged off within a millisecond. That's always odd to me. Um, Always indicates kind of like a script or automated process. User entity behavior analytics. Why would a user do that? I don't know. It doesn't make sense. I'm trying to think what would make that happen. Why would we have this failed user, a legitimate user, success, and log quickly back off? And then by the way, I see this here. That means it was an SSH. So we have an SSH administrator SSHing into a system. Not too weird. But the fact they log on and log quickly back off, that it's preceded by this weird, log on failure of an unknown password, a bad user, and then kind of not too long right after, we have another kind of log on. I wish we could see maybe what the user they entered in was, but we don't have that apparently. Maybe they didn't enter anything. Um, that's weird. Again, nothing individually weird, but when you piece them together and put it in the context, it starts to become weird. So it looks like this pattern, the failure again, and then like they logged back in again with these credentials a little bit while later on. Again, kind of maybe taking inventory of what, does this password work with this person? Do they have access to the system? And we just see that pattern kind of go like what, 5 times, 4 or 5 times. So all concerning. So what I'm going to make note of is that we have a legitimate user. We have some attempts of illegitimate users trying to get into this important system, and then it's followed up by some legitimate users successfully logging on and off quickly, which indicates maybe some type of recon, exploration, scripted or automated, maybe some type of confirmation of credentials they have and something like that. So all those great things, lateral movement, persistence, recon. And we're going to make note of this Johndoeadministrator. We're going to make note of the times. Let's take some screenshots. Oh, look, it's that fake. Okay, that was already there. Fake user logon. Actually, that's the one I'm not as interested in. I'm more interested in John Doe. So let's take a general screenshot of that. And other than that, we don't really have a ton of other logs. Doesn't look like any type of exploits were attempted on here, or else we would see just a bunch of different logs light up like we saw in the other assets. I don't know if this asset has been compromised. Maybe they didn't need to. Maybe they were able to get in using valid credentials. So we're going to keep investigating this and keep moving on. And we're going to keep this kind of John Doe administrator behavior in the back of our mind to see if we see that on any other systems around. If we put that into context and see it on several other systems, then maybe that kind of will give us more. Maybe this is just a regular administrator doing their work, or maybe this is someone got an administrator password is now moving around and exploring the network. So we're going to keep on going to more assets.